London, 1872. I have entered into the service of a new gentleman, it would seem. It would seem he is a gambling man. Inkle presents In Association with Cape Guy. Directed by John Ingle and Joseph Humphrey. Script by Meg Jayanth. PC and Mac edition by Ben Nicholson. I'm sorry, how long is it gonna keep going? 80 days! Based on the novel by Jules Verne. What's up, everybody? My name is Aaron, and welcome to the Mad Maker Studio, and welcome to 80 Days, as in 80 Days Around the World. I never read the book, I never watched the movie, but I'm aware of it. I'm going in completely blind, as always, and we're starting in London. Let's click to begin. Monsieur Phileas Fogg returned home early from the Reform Club, and in a newfangled steam carriage besides. I helped him down, and the iron-lunged, steam-driven horses clattered away. "Passepartout," said he, "we are going around the world." "Around the world, monsieur? Very good, monsieur." "Around the world, monsieur?" I asked, utterly astonished. "We shall circumnavigate the globe within 80 days. He was quite calm as he proposed this wild scheme. We leave for Paris on the 8:25 in an hour." "But I am not prepared." "You're in jest." This was a shocking turnabout. "I'm not prepared. If there's one thing that I dislike, it is surprises or surprise trips or short notice events. I need time to prepare." "But I am not prepared," I said wretchedly, quickly trying to organize a list of necessary items in my mind. "Then do it now. Pack an altimeter and my evening jacket. There is not a moment to waste." Your character is now steadfast. You, Passepartout, now have funds. "Quickly, Passepartout, collect our things and we will be off." Ooh. Okay, Fogg's apartment. There was just a moment to seize anything. Oh, thank goodness. I thought we were gonna... It was counting down. Oh no, is this a time game? I'm feeling pressure. There was a moment to seize anything further than I thought might be useful for our long trip. So we got wool trousers. The cut is most dependable. The color most decidedly nondescript. Wardrobe set 2 out of 3 owned. You can always trust a man in a well-starched woolen shirt. Okay, a wax cylinder inscribed with marks describing a recording of a symphony. Valuable in Vienna, Copenhagen, and Paris. A deck of 52 playing cards suitable for a whilst drive or two. Of interest to humorous, stalwart, official, and soldier types. Who are we gonna have to woo some friends? A slender volume listing all shipping routes within Europe. Routes for ships in Europe will be visible on the globe. That is super helpful. I should probably take that with me. An evening jacket. Told me... Okay, these are the 2 things he told me to take. Was the evening jacket and the altimeter. Something to do with altitude. But evening jacket, a well-fitting, neatly tailored Savile Row evening jacket, priceless. And air sickness is psychological, and altimeter can be most reassuring. Well, it definitely... Oh no. I feel like I should take the shipping routes with me, but that wax cylinder is most intriguing. Am I done? Our completed Englishman's wardrobe should help us negotiate times of upper-class journeys. We must discover our route as we go. Onwards! Paris. Amphitrite Express. Embark? Departing now to Paris. The guard's van has space for 1 suitcase, which will suffice. Travel, this promises to be a bearable route. Okay, I'm getting where the water tastes like wine vibes. We're gonna have to watch our stat and our health, the things that we have. Let's go! I've never been to Paris. Or anywhere outside of the US. Oh, that's such a rad carriage! The mechanical horses raced past Piccadilly Circus and Pall Mall faster than a team of thoroughbreds. Even so, the whistle of the 825 was blowing as we pulled up to the Charing Cross station. We have no tickets. We raced along the concourse and threw ourselves aboard. Yes, let's do it. Let's hop this train. We raced along the concourse and threw ourselves aboard as the second whistle shrieked its warning. We barely had time to take our seats before the guard rapped smartly on the compartment door, held out a hand. Tickets, please. Oh no, I thought we were going to be sneaky about it. Alas, monsieur, we were in a great hurry. I pretended to have lost them. I mean, we are in a hurry. We did not have time to buy tickets. You may purchase them for me, the guard was saying, though it is more expensive, I'm afraid. £85, please. I'm gonna argue with him. I argued with him, or rather, I began to, but Monsieur Fogg interrupted. Passepartout. You will pay the sum at once, he put in coldly, and remunerate. Passepartout. You will pay the sum at once, he put in coldly, and remunerate this man for his patience. Sure, his patience. I guess maybe he'll look upon us favorably if we give him a little extra. I gave the man 100 and added a word or two of advice about allowing a leniency to gentlemen in their hours of need. The guard gave me our tickets and slid the compartment door shut behind him with a pneumatic hiss. Your funds have gone down by a fair amount. We still got £3,900. Still more money than I've ever seen in my account at one time. I am on fine form, but we must make haste. London's smog gave way to rolling hills and the pastures of the Kentish countryside, still untouched by the hand of technological advancement. See, this is what I love in a game. I love games that you can also read like books. Interactive fiction is where it's at. Monsieur Fogg read his paper whilst I repacked our bags. I demand to know the purpose of this journey. We passed the day in silence. I have a tendency, if I'm traveling anywhere, I'm always scared. I'm going to forget something. Or I'm paranoid. Like, did I remember this? Did I remember that? Did I grab that? So I'm going to choose to repack our bags. Monsieur Fogg read his paper whilst I repacked our bags, thrown together in haste and confusion. As afternoon turned inexorably to evening, I discovered that my master was one of those gentlemen who broke their silence rarely, if at all. A guard rapped on our door. A few miles before Dover. We are about to submerge, he warned. Take some people a bit funny, so watch out. Whoa, I thought we were on a train. I'll buy a really rad steampunk train. I have no doubt it could also be a submarine, but that makes me uncomfortable, so... What do you mean submerge? I cried. This is the London to Paris Amphitrite Express, he explained, as though to a particularly dim-witted child. The submersible train, talk of all the London papers. Then this is the Mer train? I must have missed it. Then this is the Mer train? I exclaimed. He made a face. Bloody journalists and their silly names, he muttered. Every inch of her has been examined and stamped with the artificer's seal. This is the world's only bath escape locomotive. I could not help a shiver. I press my face to the window glass. I'm gonna shiver because legit, real talk, my worst fear of all time is drowning. This would make me super uncomfortable. I could not help a shiver as the fins above the Amphitrite's wheels extended with a hydraulic hiss. Night fell and we plunged past the end of the track into the freezing water of the English Channel. The Amphirite plowed through the water overnight and splashed onto a wider gauge French tracks at Calais as dawn broke. Do you have a route in mind, monsieur? I demand to know the purpose of this journey! I began to reconsider what we might require for our journey. Yes, always. Loose clothing for hot weather and furs for cold, driving clothes for roads and weatherproof gear for boats. Will we venture north or south? Well, we would have to purchase the necessary items. Well, of course! I'm also a fan of overpacking, and then still forgetting things. Well, we would have to purchase the necessary items in the markets of the cities we passed through. I grew a little melancholy at the thought. No doubt whatever we acquired, I would have to carry. We arrived at Paris Gare du Nord just after 1 o'clock. Automaton porters lifted our luggage and then our persons onto the platform with long, delicately filigreed iron arms. Paris, city of my heart. I was home, but not to stay. Your character is now dependable. Chugga 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 chugga. Woo woo! You seem quite a handyman to have around, Passepartout. Ooh. Market Bank Explorer. Yeah, this is giving me mad where the water tastes like wine vibes. Should we... Alright, let's go to the market. It's not gonna waste time. Rue Claire tucked away. Oh, we have an extra suitcase for 10 pounds. Tucked away in the 7th arrondissement is my favorite market street. Chateau d'Yquem wine. I'm gonna butcher a lot of pronunciations because I'm American. A magnificent bottle of Chateau d'Yquem 1860, worth $2,300 in Berlin, or pounds, excuse me, my uncultured ass. So does this mean we get to sell things? It's only gonna cost us 32 pounds, so I'm down for that. These are all pretty cheap. A traveling cloak, good for keeping out chills, winds, and heavy rain. I don't want to get sick. Shaving kit, pear soap, a badger bristle brush, and a heat-tempered blade. And a set of geometric drawing instruments. Ooh, these are all good. I want to buy all of them. Yes, I'm okay with buying extra suitcases. We need everything. Okay, we bought everything, and this is assuming we can sell. Oh, we missed the bank. It opens at 10 a.m. Whoops. Well, I guess the hotel is the only place we can go now. We'll pass the night here. We took a hotel for the night. We'll be comfortable here, Monsieur Fogg remarked, but traveling overnight will be more efficient, so we must board the longest journeys available, where possible. We cannot travel where it is not possible, certainly, he replied. Still, the surrounds of the Hotel Ritz were most enjoyable. The clock is ticking, Passepartout. We must decide our next steps quickly. Oh, all I can do is explore, right? Unless what's my overview look like? I'm very unfamiliar with the mechanics. Okay, your journey around the world in 3 days and counting. Is there an end goal here? Am I on a time crunch, like for reals? This is a bit more stressful time management than I was anticipating. Let's explore. Okay. Got some new locations. We had a few hours to spare. I asked Monsieur Fogg if I might enjoy my city before we had to leave. Indeed, and should you learn anything of note, be sure to relay it, but do not waste any time. We have no time to spare. Why the hurry? I demanded. What is the purpose of this journey of ours? Oh, I finally asked. We are winning a wager, he answered seriously. We will circumnavigate the globe in 80 days or less. It is impossible. Nothing's impossible if you put your mind to it. And if we should fail? We shall not, he answered. I could not argue with that, and headed into town. The talk on the streets was of one thing only, an enormous, elegant oval stadium, constructed upon the green fields of Champ de Mars, and containing the technological marvels, art, amusement parks, and milling crowds of the World's Fair of 1872. My city still wore the scars of last year's siege. I ventured inside, but I was certain Monsieur Fogg did not intend for me to visit fairs. He's a busy man. So I enjoyed a brief cup of coffee and then returned to my master, armed with some options for the next leg of our journey. Now, what does the bank do? Hurry, Passepartout, don't drop those cases. Can I go to the bank and then we depart? We must visit the bank, Monsieur Fogg declared. You have additional funds? A robbery, Monsieur? You have additional funds? I am a gentleman. They would extend me credit if required, he replied. But do you suppose I put my entire fortune into a carpet bag under your supervision? I did not answer. I regarded the bank as we entered. It was a place of stone and shivering marble floors with beautiful windows, fountains, and plants. You wish to withdraw funds, we were told. I warn you, it may take some time. Let's move along for now. It will take too long. It will take too long, I informed the manager. We swept out to the bank. Thankfully, our situation is not desperate, my master declared. Onwards. Cool, so he can take out a credit card. Let's depart. Where can we go? And also, because I have not read the book, I am unsure if there's a specific path we need to take. I guess we started at London, Paris, so we need to go to Amsterdam. Oh, -5 health. How do we get our health back? Okay, there's a health meter. Ooh, there's a lot going on here. Oh, no! No, I wanted all of our suitcases. That's why I bought everything. No! Okay. The car's roof has space for 4 suitcases, which is enough. Alright, let's go. Look at our cool car. We found a member of the Coachmakers Guild to carry us to Amsterdam. She loaded the cases onto the back, stoked the boiler, and took off at high speed along the coastal roads, swerving around each corner with a considerable skill and, I think, a touch of recklessness, some glee at our discomfort, a touch of showmanship. I clung on tight. This would be a terrific ride. Your relationship with Fogg has deteriorated slightly. Your character is now zestful. I didn't realize I need to maintain relationships. Oh no. This is fun. This is fun so far. I'm having a good time. Oh, shall we converse? Greetings, driver. I cannot drive well if you are talking to me. Now, what do you know about Amsterdam? The canals of Amsterdam are no longer lined with gold. Amsterdam, Zurich? Is it possible to go from Amsterdam to Zurich? Sounds unlikely. Yeah, I figured. Is there a route from Amsterdam to Cambridge? Enough talking. Goodbye. She didn't like that. She doesn't like small talk, and I can respect that. Once or twice, the metal-rimmed wheels lifted the chassis clear from the road on one side, only to bump down after a chuff and puff more of the engine. We must have topped 40. Ooh, so fast. We were jolted around like so much poultry as the wind whipped through our hair. A fabulous way to travel. A ghastly state of affairs. No, we had a good time. A fabulous way to travel. The Polish inventor Bozek, who had first attached a perfectly decent locomotive engine underneath the flimsy wind crate, was clearly a genius. Such cars were growing in popularity. My good friends, if I were not destined to be a valet until the day I have gray hairs in my ears. Such cars were growing in popularity, starting from their use in the farmsteads and extending up through the classes. It was said the King of Sweden now drove one. There were those who said contraptions would soon be privately owned. And not just by members of the Coachmakers Guild. As we rattled along, I spoke to our driver. Oh, she's not gonna like that. As we rattled along, I spoke to our driver about what lay ahead and learned that you could pick up beautifully made music boxes in Vienna that will sell for a fortune in Antalya. Ooh, it's fancy new location, day 3. Ooh. All right, this has been a fun start. I'm gonna try doing shorter episodes for the series. There is a lot of reading, but I'm having a good time so far. So I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here of 80 Days. Thank you so much for joining me. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I hope to see you next time. Bye!